The difference between the desired vision of oneself and the feeling with which one is currently struck with can be depicted as frustration. For all those who seek a different feeling, the process to escape the repetitive cycle is rather a daunting task. Hardly anything seems to work out and clicking in the end. So there's one thing that I need to tell you. It's not about having talent or your strong desire that's holding you back. The major factor here is that you haven't even put in the effort to invest on the most important venture of your life. Yes, you heard right. Every next time you feel like going step back in a confrontation and putting in the work which you know can strengthen your emotional skill. Inch forward. It's okay if investing on yourself feels scary and overwhelming. It is not supposed to. It should be straightforward, able to be measured, and more importantly, absolutely doable. By the end of watching this video, you will learn how you can win big by betting on yourself with the help of 10 engaging methods in total. Number 1. Engage in activities that foster learning throughout life. Are you finding yourself unable to go beyond the same scope of practice and knowledge? Well, you are far from being the only one. The results of Pew Research Center indicate that people aged over 25, out of all adults self-reported, only 27% of them indicated to be practicing retrieving new skills apart from school. Consider this. How much potential are you losing out on just because you're not sorry what the next using this level up means for you? Those who are willing to learn more get hired and paid a lot as well. But be warned, if you aren't willing to optimize your game, your space on the pitch will be taken by someone else. Take baby steps. Develop yourself by complementing education done elsewhere with such suggestive tools as Coursera as well as Udemy. One standard case is Sarah, a marketing practitioner sans formal education. After completing the $79 Google Analytics certification, she expanded the scope of her vocational career. In less than half a year, she was wearing shoes with 30% higher price tag. Number 2. Increase body fitness. Feeling low on energy? Easily losing concentration and feeling the need for a quick nap in the afternoon? It is plausible that you poor lifestyle choices. For instance, estimates suggest the unwell portion of the workforce costs the economy $530 billion due to their idle presence. If it affects businesses like this, just imagine how it is affecting your goals. Exercise as well as good food do not have to mean expensive memberships in gyms and complicated diets. Similarly, James Clear, the writer of Atomic Habit, explains how he literally changed his life by taking 2-minute habits. Say, a daily 2-minute walk that eventually became a long-term exercise routine. So, try to start small and increase your ambitions as you go along. Number 3. Get familiar with personal finance. Lacking money feels like a constant crying out for the loan. You either do not manage to save or move on from one money to the next. Stretching resources is not an option. More than 56% of Americans have a problem dealing with a $1,000 emergency. You wake up tomorrow and your car breaks down. What are you going to do? Get the principles of budgeting, saving, and investing. With the USC of certain applications such as Mint or You Need a Budget, the process becomes easy. Morbid fascination can be drawn from Ramit Sethi, Tag Heuer of I Will Teach You to Be Rich. In this, he's fully in favor of the economy of the future. He suggests the economy to be automated so that the starting amount, no matter how small, still has a designated rule. Number 4. Integrate a personal branding strategy. It's easy to assume that without a proper brand, marketing yourself as a real estate agent will be a dawdle. Imagine that according to research, 70% of employers go through social media platforms to look for suitable candidates. Take this into consideration. If you do not sell yourself effectively, you might be ignoring life-changing opportunities out there. Social media has become a very powerful tool and can be used to create a professional image. Start off with LinkedIn. Gina's story provides a perfect illustration. She started as a graphic designer and began sharing her graphics on IG. In less than a year, she was able to gather enough freelance clients that she was able to leave her 9-to-5 job. Number 5. Enhance your emotional quotient. In personal life and also in business, the absence of communication or unresolved conflicts usually hampers the progress of the relationship. Talent Smarts research indicates that 90% of the top achievers have high emotional law. failing to have high emotional intelligence may automatically cut off chances of achieving success. Exercises pertaining to empathy, listening, and self-awareness are vital. Practical measures to enhance the emotional quotient are given in Dr. Daniel Goleman's book, Emotional Intelligence. All it takes is one small step. Wait for a moment before responding to the situation. Number 6. Network deliberately. Things are not all lost. You know the expression, "It's not what you know, it's who you know." But your network isn't increasing. Without the right connections, opportunities are wasted. Take this into consideration. 80% of job opportunities are never publicly advertised. So, they are given to someone already in the loop. Do you know if you are in the loop? Take part in events, join LinkedIn groups, or ask former coworkers to catch up. For instance, Jacob, who is an underemployed IT consultant, was able to procure a better-paying job after he spoke to a coworker about his job search during a coffee break. Number 7. Foster a growth mindset. You've hit a plateau thinking that is your maximum capacity. The psychologist who formulated the theory of the growth mindset, Carol Dweck, asserts that even one's effort sustained over one's lifetime is more productive than in instances where challenges were defined as insufficiently so. People rest in striving for success when ingestion of failure is difficult. Stop looking at struggles as setbacks, and rather focus on the lessons which accompany them. Have a diary in which you make notes about the valuable lessons you gain from disappointments. A key reason Serena Williams makes use of to explain her success in sports through tennis is to perceive each defeat as an opportunity to advance. Number 8. Set aside time for downtime. We completely understand it's often difficult to spare the time for breaks, but without them, a person may reach a point of burnout in order to apply more effort. According to a study, Busting the Myth of Burnout conducted by Gallup, 76% of employees suffer from constant burnout. Unrecovered ideas and processes lead to production stagnation and a decline in creativity. You seem busy, but are you actually achieving something? People do not shy away from setting meetings in the calendar. Do the same when allocating time to rest and relax. Follow the example of Jeff Weiner, the former CEO of LinkedIn, who set aside 90 minutes of his schedule every day to simply think. There is nothing lazy about such an approach. It is actually quite tactical. Number 9. Get lesson on the skill of negation. You are turning in promises each time, stretched beyond your limits and never saying no. Steve Jobs has said that focus is about saying no. If it's not important to you and you tend to agree, that's saying no to one's priorities, be it anything. All of what is committed to cannot be done successfully without focus. One ends up being average at best. The point to keep in one's mind is to respectfully decline all the invitations. Instead of saying, "I don't have time," try saying, "I'm focusing on other commitments right now." This is an important change that shields your business while allowing you to keep doing what you enjoy. Number 10. Pay for coaching or mentorship. If you are not certain where you are headed, it appears that you are going through life on your own. Some research indicates people who have mentors get promoted 5 more times than those without. The alternative is spending years going through the motions without a clear direction or objective. Look for a mentor or a coach in your profession. Consider the case of Bob, who was a struggling businessman. He was able to turn his business around by joining a mastermind group that charged $30 a month. At times, an outsider's view may be just what you require. Improving yourself isn't just about making a better life for yourself. It is about changing the lives of those around you as well. You become their motivation as much as they become yours. When you excel, you are able to give back more to your family, to your society, and even to the whole world. What's even better? You do not have to have $1 million to start off investing in yourself. All that you require is determination and a belief to take the plunge. Now, which one of these 10 steps will you begin with today? Because the most important factor that is preventing you from achieving the best version of yourself is an imperfect set of actions.